Hello everyone, today's construction day 196.
All right, what another beautiful day. We got up this morning. I think we found our spot right here by the utility room, part of the 2 meter overhang. I think that's going to be our hangout spot. It gets shade pretty early in the day, and that utility room is like a wind tunnel because the breeze is still coming from the north. And you sit right here, you get a breeze coming right through there. It's very, very nice. Now, we went ahead and moved the chair here in front of the house just because if we were over there, you probably couldn't hear us just because of that breeze going through that utility room. But I think that's going to be our new spot.
Yes, in the morning.
It's our coffee spot in the morning. So we got up this morning. We sat here, relaxed, look at the view. We're going to show it to you in a minute. And we got done with our coffee, and I said, you know what, we're going to go ahead and start a project of hooking up our Wi-Fi here in the utility area, as well as another security camera. So got out the ladder, drills, got that all together. Took, I don't know, half hour, 45 minutes. So I said, okay, let's give it a test. Plugged it in, didn't work. I said, what happened? So I went inside and...
Brownout.
Brownout.
Again.
What's going on? You know, for long-time viewers, you guys know that we've been here now 6.5, 7 months for the build. And 3 power outages, 1 was scheduled. So it was still 3. So 3 power outages in 7 months. We've been here less than 2 weeks, and we've already had 3 power failures. So I told you guys it was going to happen. You know, last time, remember I said, Janelle said, when the power goes out, it normally comes right back on at 5 p.m. And it did. Came right on at 5. So I'm assuming that our power will come back on at 5 o'clock. So electrician is here. So guess what I told him to do? Get the generator hooked up. So he's working on that now. It'll be hooked up today. I got to get the oil in it. I got to run downtown probably this afternoon, get some gasoline, and get it operational this afternoon. We just can't go without power. So I'm hoping that we're just a little short string of power failures, and we'll get back to those, what was it, 2-3 months in between power failures. It's probably going to go down to 2 or 3 days, the fact that I'm living here. So we'll see what happens. The guys are splitting their time. They did pour some more cement. I'll show you that. So now basically all around the pool is completed. The ramp leading up to the carport's completed. So they're going to stop. No more cement pouring. They're going to split the crew. Half is going to be in the dirty kitchen working on that. One guy is going to be working on all the touch-ups inside and outside the house. And then the rest of the guys are working on the fence, the front wall, pouring the columns that are remaining, rendering, things like that. And then Gamai is starting to build our gate and the metal railing that goes above the hollow blocks in the front. So he's working on that. So that's basically what the guys are splitting their time with. So, you know, Wilma and I were sitting here talking, and we're thinking that the majority of the guys will be gone by the end of next week. That's my guess, right?
We should be
done.
Close to done, yeah.
Close to done. You know, the paint needs to still be done of the house on the outside. The wall surrounding our property still needs to be painted. I think they're going to get that done next week, as long as it's good weather. So 6-day work week, Monday through Saturday. So that all should be done. So really it's getting the sand filter hooked up. We're talking to the electrician. He said about 2 more days of electrical work here on site, and then probably Monday. Now remember, he's doing a couple different builds, so he's splitting his time. But if he's back here Monday, he should be able to hook up the sand filter. And then talking to the contractor, one last cleaning in the pool. So that'll probably be Saturday or Monday. One last cleaning, because now that we got the concrete all the way around the pool, we can tell that the dust level has really dropped. So they're going to do that. Then we'll start filling in the water. Talking to Janelle, I said, hey, is it okay if I bring your water line down so we can have 2 municipal lines going in the pool? He said, no problem. So who knows how long it's going to take. I'm going to guess 7 to 10 days. That's just a guess, guys, to get that water filled. So we want to get that started. So it's all starting to really come to an end. We're happy. A lot of the finishing work. Once Gino gets done with some of the touch-ups on the outside, he'll go on the inside, and there's a few spots that need some touch-ups. So that's all going to happen in the next few days as well. So let's get to some updates. All right, so here's our morning view. Real good view today, guys. Definitely see Oppo Island. I don't know if you can see it, probably not, but a real good view of Mindanao today. And then Sikihor as well. So this is our spot. This is our hangout spot in the morning where we drink our coffee and just relax. What I want to show you is the lights. So they started to put on the column lights. So we like them very much. Looks real good. So you can see 2 LED lights. What we like about it is it shines up and down. Then there's a couple slits where some light comes through. But they're on their own gang switch. So he's got 3 of them up. So 2 more there. Still got 1 more to go on the column for the carport. And then 1 here over by Wilma. Still have 1 light to go there. So this was our project this morning, right?
Yes.
So another camera, security camera, and then our Wi-Fi mesh. We haven't had a chance to test it because of the power failure, but it's all hooked up, ready to go. And guys, I really like the TP-Link Topo. This is an outside light. It's 2K, so it's not just a 1080 picture, it's a 2K picture. Really like it a lot. Has a lot of nice features. It's so easy to hook up. Takes literally 5 minutes to get it to connect. It's all right on your smartphone. Has motion detection. You can set it where if it picks up movement, an alarm goes off. And the alarm actually is pretty loud. You can turn that on and off. Has night vision. Stores 7 days worth of film. You can check the camera anywhere you have Wi-Fi. So if I'm, say, down in Dumaguete and I want to take a look of what's going on, I can do that. It gives you alerts, so your phone goes off if it detects anything. It also has an intercom, so you can hear what's going on, or you can also talk over it. It's an intercom system. So really a lot of features for the money. I think they're like $40. And this happens to be an outside one, so it can take the weather. So it's definitely worth the money. I have a couple of these and a couple of the inside ones as well. So we're installing them little by little. Still got to get this outlet done. So the canopies, a little anticlimactic. I believe this is the final version. What they did was they did grind it all down. Now this is just skim coat. The house still needs to be painted, and then the fence itself just has one coat of paint, gets another coat. But basically what they did was they rendered all the way around because there was some hollow block showing. But they cleaned it all up and skim coated it. And I believe it gets a coat of paint, but that's the canopy. So I thought it was a little more to it. Long as it does its job. In here, obviously, it's not going to see any weather. But out here, the point is any weather will roll off and come out this way and not go against the window. So that should help with any water hitting the window. We did have Janelle out here today. He pulled back some of the stones. He's working on that. So when the guys paint the house, they can paint down far enough, and then they'll put the rocks back. He did layer in some more. stone back here. So we're not really going to be going back here. But it's all layered in. You can see that we really have it tapered down nice. Any water that comes in this area, we have the drainage that goes under the utility room, and it works real nice. So there's the update on the east side of the house. All right, so like I said, we need to get the electrician to get this generator hooked up. So we're all set up over here. What needs to happen is over this way. So here's the wires coming out. So you can see his tools. He's just started to work on it. He has the different fittings. So he's working on that now. We've been leaving the box on it just to keep the generator clean. You see also, I didn't mention this, it's on wheels. So when we poured the utility room cement, I had him put in some rebar that's buried in that cement. And we can touch it up with a little paint. And then I'm going to pull the generator over to the frame of the generator. I'm going to put a chain and a padlock just for security purposes, because that's on wheels. So it may roll out of here someday. So yeah, he's working on that. So we're happy about that. So when we fire this thing up, we'll bring you guys along. All right, so today they did get the rest of the patio poured. That was done this morning, and now they're letting that dry. This was poured yesterday. So this is the ramp, and I told you it's not as steep as I thought it was going to be. You can see the grooves they put in it. It sat overnight, so you can step on it now. And Gino is working on touch-ups. So he's got kind of a tarp laying out here, trying to keep the paint off the concrete. Well, he's going through. He did a little sanding because there is some cement on some of the black. So he's just going through and just finding anywhere that has metal primer, needs to be touched up, or has a little bit of cement on it. Just cleaning it up and doing some touch-ups. And Gamai is working on the fence. So this is going to be above, this is not the gate, this is the fence up above the hollow block that needs to be rendered. So it's they're putting a primer on it now. So he went ahead and put it together. So this is going to, basically what it's going to look like. And then this is what actually goes into the concrete. They're 10 cm apart, the quarter bar. And then it'll look like a picture frame. It'll be 15 cm from the column and from the hollow block wall. 15 cm, with a 10 cm between each bar. So this is the first look. And then once he gets all these panels done and they actually get the down there rendered and the columns completed, which I'll go down there in a minute, these will get installed. This eventually will be painted gloss black. Alright, so this is the, some more steel for the gate and the fence. You know, a little thicker for the gate. So now they're starting to clean up the walls a little bit. They're scraping it down. And then also, you can see their progress on the dirty kitchen. So they got it all rendered now. So they're going to let that dry. So real nice job here. And then once it's all rendered, we'll be able to put the granite tops on here soon. All right, so from my new spot, I'm going to take you guys on just a little walk. So they're starting to mix some more cement for the columns. Janelle did bring up some that black topsoil for the grass that we need to purchase, and you can see what he's doing here. He's starting to move the rocks back just a few inches because they're going to be painting here probably Monday and getting this wall completed. So we want to make sure that the paint goes down far enough, and then Janelle will put the rocks back. So you can see he's right there. Shower area is looking real nice. Got some nice stone on either side. really starting to take shape. Got the rocks now all the way across. Still has that little piece to do over there. This is ready for grass as well. Rock wall, that's another project. We'll start that soon. Janelle will probably start that next week. I'm just gonna walk down and show you what the guys are doing. Steps here, looks like it needs some more rock as well. So we're gonna start just really in the cleaning mode. You can see that the projects are starting to dwindle. And then next up is the garden area. Wilma has a lot of nice ideas for the garden. She's starting to sketch things out. And maybe at some point we start showing you some of the sketches, like some of my early sketches of the home and the different, version 1, version 2 that we gave to the architect. Because again, this house was designed by Wilma and I. We didn't go to an architect and say, design us a house. We gave him the sketch and said, design this for us. So I know the longtime viewers know that. You see the guys here, they're pouring the columns. So one there, one there. They need to make all these the same height. You can see Gamai is retrofitting the panel, so that's what it's going to look like. Now obviously it's going to be painted black, but he needs to make 7 of these because there's 7 different panels. Right back to that lucky number 7, all coming together. We can either electrify or solar. I think we're leaning towards solar, but we'll see. We have time to decide. The larger column was poured yesterday, so they pulled the form off. So these 2 columns are larger, and then when they render it, they'll look even larger. I want to mention about the gate. The contractor designed the gate himself, and he says that he takes pride in designing every client's gate unique. So he says no 2 builds of his has the same gate. So he says, let me design it myself. So he sketched it all out, brought it up to me, so what'd you think? I said, looks good. I didn't change a thing. He takes real pride in having each gate look unique for each of his houses. And he does the same thing for the pools. He says no pool has the same design. He makes sure that every pool that he does is unique. So I think that's nice. It's nice to know that. But there is what the panels will look like. Because it's important not to lose the view. I mean, we wouldn't up at the house up there because our view is much higher than down here. But when you're down here in the garden area, and we will be spending a lot of time down here, we didn't want to be looking at a cement wall here. We didn't want that. We didn't want that fortress feeling or like you're in jail. We didn't want that. We wanted something simple. We did not want the fence to be vertical. We want it to be horizontal because it just goes with the house, how the beams are all horizontal. So we wanted that to repeat. We wanted it to be very much you could see through. So when you stand here, you'll be able to see through and still see the ocean. So Gamai's doing some nice work here. And again, he's just fitting it in. And then it'll eventually be painted black. So you can see all this manual labor. It's a lot. And here's the guys waiting for the cement. Pouring it up there, bringing it down. 1 bucket at a time, as you know. And then they'll take the forms off tomorrow.